as we've already talked about it before, the college football is expanding to 12 teams now, so that it makes a lot of opportunity for a lot more teams. We want to go over a couple teams that we think that possibly could make it into the college football playoff or just make some noise out there. BC, I'm going to go ahead and let you go first. You already alluded to you had a surprise you want to talk about. What you got?
I've got a couple teams. Again, we're going sleeper picks. These are not teams that are going to be general favorites by anybody. So anybody that's going to be like, oh my gosh, you think these guys are going to make it? Like, chill. These are sleeper picks, unexpected. All right, it's supposed to be that way. Where controversy creates cash. Eric Bischoff wrote a book on it. Chill in the comment section, or just
chill, doggy, chill.
It's not that serious. Or you can come at me. I don't care. I'm feeling dangerous today.
Just make sure to comment, like, and share, please.
Yes.
And subscribe.
Yes, any publicity is better than no publicity. But anyway, I digress. That being said, I took this and kind of divided it into two sections. One that is a Power 4 conference and one that's more of a group of 5, just to kind of get some variety. So for my Power 4 pick, I alluded to them earlier. It's going to be UCF Knights. Funny enough, yep, that's right. I got the real national champions ring. It's got my name on it and everything. I was on the squad. You can see it right here for yourself. Don't fact check me on that. It's not fake at all. It's 100% real. But no, I like you.
It's messed up that they didn't give it to them though, bro. Like it's messed up.
I know.
And like, dude, man,
messed up is that I'm playing both sides of the rivalry right here.
You had 2 national championships that winner. How the hell does that happen?
Man!
And they were undefeated. I really think they should have given them a chance. Really.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
They should have, and I think that the CFB is long overdue because of that fact. Like I think they deserve to at least prove themselves. UCF this year, though, last year they struggled a lot moving to a new conference and everything. This year, though, I think they're going to find their footing. I think they're going to do really well out in the Big 12. They'll make some noise. A lot of the big matchups that they struggled with last year, and a lot of the big matchups on the docket this year for them, they've got it at home. They've got home field advantage. They're playing Utah, Arizona at home, and the bounce house. It's big over there. Like they've got a very underrated home stadium, and I think that's going to be big thing and help them. I like the running back quarterback combo. You got KJ Jefferson, RJ Harvey. Gus Malzahn is going to be a really good head coach when it comes to running the ball, and I like the combo they have. I think that they can make some noise for sure. And I think that, it could be the thing that maybe tips them over the top. You see some big names struggling. You see maybe your Floridas, your Miamis. You see like maybe even some of the higher up Big 12 teams struggling. They could find a way to sneak themselves into that conference championship, maybe into a playoff spot. And then my second team, I would say it's not really going to be much of a surprise. My group of 5 team, I got to go USF. I like the schedule that they have this year. I think that, got to do horns up right there. I like, I do think the recruiting class they have is a little bit underrated.
I thought we were talking about heavy metal. I got excited there. What were we doing now? I got lost. Right, throwing horns up.
He was about a freaking head nod.
Like I instructed you guys last week. It's go ahead and snap your neck to this.
Oh my gosh! But all seriousness though, I like the schedule that USF has. I like the recruiting class they got. I like the fact that a lot of their players are back on the squad. The offense was fantastic last year. Their weak spot was defense. It was porous. Offense was top 10. Defense was bottom 5. Not a lot of starters really left on offense, and they've got some good recruits. Defense, I think they're shoring it up a lot. The run defense, I think, is going to look a lot better this year. They got a new nose tackle that's very stout. I think that he's going to play a big factor there. The one X factor, I think, for USF is going to be their pass rush. I think if they got a lot of tackles for loss last year, but they didn't really get to the quarterback, get those sacks. So if they could find a way to step up and get those, I think the defense is going to be much improved. And then just looking at the matchups they have on paper, a lot of the big ones, Alabama on the road, it's one that I think will be close, even if it's Alabama. The fact that they have a lot of new pieces, new head coach, new system, I think that if there's any chance for an upset, I think that that's a good one to have. Do I think it's actually going to happen? Probably not. We can count that as an L. Miami, it's an unfavorable matchup. However, you're playing it at home. So I think that does help kind of tip the scales a little bit. But those would be, I think, the two. I'm just saying, like if you're looking, you've got home field advantage, that'll make it close. A lot of people thought that Bama was going to blow us out last year. And we held them up until that second half when they called it for rain and lightning. And then they scored those 2 touchdowns. One of them was in garbage time, man. We were
they pulled the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl on you.
They did, man.
Turned off the lights.
It's a conspiracy theory, man. I don't have my
for sure.
break it out soon, but I will say though that it could be again a chance to kind of sneak up a couple wins. I'm not expecting it, but who knows? But the rest of the schedule, honestly, all of these games I think are very winnable for them. Whether you're at home or on the road, a lot of the major losses they had last year, the teams that they lost to, they're playing at home now. So I think that's something as well. Like you're improving on, the offense is getting even better. The defense is going to start taking some steps, and then again, a lot of those unfavorable matchups you had last year. You're not playing at home, so I could see them getting a 10-2 record, maybe an 11-1, depending on how one of those 2 primetime games go. And then you're talking about playing in your conference championship, winning the conference championship. I think that as far as the group of 5 conferences go, the American Athletic is going to be the best of the bunch, so I could see USF being that representative.
Man, that was probably the longest anybody's ever talked about USF in their existence of USF, man. Good stuff out there, man. Also, you brought up UCF a little bit ago as being a surprise team. I'm really looking forward to that game, UCF in Florida. That's going to be a fun game to watch, too. Sure. UCF did get the best of Florida last time they played. That was in one of those bowl games that no one was really paying attention to. But, hey, shout out to UCF out there for doing it, actually, out there. G-Mike, man, what do you got? Any surprise teams you want to talk about, man?
Dude, for sure, I want to mention Miami for sure. Bringing in Cam Ward. I mean, I think there's going to be a significant improvement at quarterback for us this season, and got a lot of excitement for him. I know a lot of UM fans do as well. Hopefully, we can actually have a winning record and get into this college playoffs, man. 12 teams. It's time for us to get in and try to win some games, I can't really say that we'll go to the national championship game with all these good teams around, but, at least getting in, hey, sometimes you go to the beach, but you can't get in the water. Still going to go to the beach, though, and have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But my surprise team for sure is going to be Boise State, because last year, after the firing of Andy Owls, and if I said that wrong, please correct me. After they fired him, they hired Spencer Danielson. And after that, they just started turning it on, bro. They started winning a lot of games, and they were just outside of the top 25 rankings, but they finished the season on a good mark. So I feel like they're going to come into this season, be like, yo, we had crazy momentum, crazy positive momentum going to the last few games of the season, going into the off season. Now let's ramp it up. Let's keep it going, and let's go into this season. And I think they're going to make a college football playoff spot for sure.
Interesting. There's definitely some sleepers out there for sure. I'm going to go with a team that is already ranked, but has got a lot of expectations for them. And I'm going to go with Utah. Utah's a really good team. They're in the Big 12 conference, which is one of the main conferences you want to be in. I feel like they're probably, I don't know, maybe 3rd or 4th best and out of the power conferences. But Cam Rising is back. That guy feels like he's been playing college football since the 1940 Gator season. The last time they beat, they blew up Miami. Remember that, George? Yep. But they, but having said that, though, I really like what Utah's doing up there. They got a great coach. Utah actually gets very loud in the stadium as well. It's not the biggest stadium, but their fans come hyped and ready to go each year. They got a favorable schedule this year, so I have a lot of expectations for Utah.